Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, we have an interesting one today. It's all about things I did not know happens to you when you're nearly 40 years of age. Side note, I'm 39 and himself is getting there too. But yes, so in this video, I'm going to mention a few things that I have discovered over the last, I suppose, couple of years. And I wanted to share with you guys because I think it could be an informative video, and I think it's something that's probably not talked too much, and I think it could help somebody. So I hope you guys can stay tuned, and and we will further on with this movie. We're going to go in hard, guys, and we're going to start off. The first thing I noticed about going on 40 is the reality of depression and anxiety and panic attacks. I know I'm laughing now, but I wasn't laughing recently because I had my first time ever having a panic attack. And I'm not going to lie, it was not very nice, and it was terrifying, and it actually influenced this video today and other few things with it. But I just thought it's probably something that's probably not mentioned much online, because you always see like the fun things of life, like on TikTok and Instabook, or what's that Insta thingy called? Instagram. And all those things, everyone portrays such a happy life and everything is so rosy and good crack and having champagne under the sun and all that blah blah blah. But the reality is that sometimes, guys, life gets very challenging and it seems to all kind of just cave in, and then you end up having a panic attack in work and embarrassing the crap out of yourself, and then calling your loved ones and telling them that you thought you're going to die. Let me just say, I'm making light-heartedness of that, but in the middle of it, it's not very fun. And only because I have such a wonderful network of friends and family and extended family that are absolutely amazing, and I love all of you guys, I feel better today. But I think that mental health has an awful effect on a lot of people in Ireland, because in recent stats I discovered that Ireland is 5th on the list of like suffering awful from anxiety levels. Portugal being the first, which surprised me, and all the kind of colder, darker climates all along there is after us. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that first, because I have discovered in reflection over the last 2 weeks that instead of facing an emotion or something that's bothering me, I'm looking for distractions. Like, I'll go on TikTok. I discovered that I was on TikTok for about 5 hours a day. And I know why I was doing that is because I didn't want to deal with what was going on in the back of my head. And I think a lot of people in today's world does that. They're finding escapes through like the internet and stuff to make themselves feel better. So my point is here, guys, don't find escapes. You need to look for like different ways of making yourself feel better. Whether it's going to your doctor and tell them how you feel. Unfortunately, there is no free counselling here in Ireland. I discovered you have to kind of pay for private, or there is, actually he'll put the links down here, but I will tell him the links that I found that you can avail of. So if you feel down and sad and anxious, don't go on TikTok or all these Instagram thingies. Find like someone to talk to, a friend, or find one of those online supports. Like, I'm going to sign up for BetterHelp. I don't know nothing about that online helping thingy, but if anyone's interested and want to know what that's like, you can always let us know in the comments, and I will let you know how I get on. For BetterHelp, it's €60 because it is calculated by your income each week. So I will tell you if it was worth it and stuff. And I'm also going to a private therapist, but that took a month in order to get an appointment. So long story short, guys, you're going to have to find a way to make yourself feel better and move yourself. Don't stay at home not processing things. Go to the gym, meet a friend for coffee, and whatever your way of feeling loved, you have to channel that too. I noticed if you feel loved and cared by holding hands and being cuddled by someone that's special, well, then you need to honor that and not close yourself off and like, don't touch me kind of thing, because that doesn't help. You need to find out what makes you happy and make you feel comfortable. I could go on and on this, but I think we should probably move on to another point. Sorry about all that blah blah blah. It was a bit of a traumatizing 2 weeks, so I wanted to help you with that. And if you have any questions about panic attacks or anything, I'm not an expert. I'm not anyway qualified in medical care at all. I'm literally just a 39-year-old that is kind of going through another stage of life and trying to figure things out slowly, and I would hope that this would help someone else out there. And yeah, so any questions, throw them down the bottom. Himself and I will try and help you through things as well. Now, moving on next. Let's go. It's going to be an interesting one, the next one. Physical health, guys. This is a major one. I've actually been aware of this for the last, since I was 35 actually onwards. I noticed like a huge difference. Like there was a time there, like when I was 20, you could go like out. Okay, I don't drink, guys, but when you're in your 20s, you can start drinking in the morning, all day, all night. You wake up the next day and you look exactly the same. You're fine. You can go to work. You can, you know, go amongst your day and nothing will be bothering you. But at this age, not even lying, guys, you have one late night and you nearly need about 3 or 4 days recovery. You look like you're black, your skin is grey, green, you have bags under your eyes that you wouldn't see in the airport. So yeah, that was a big one. And there's a huge difference in when you're 20 and when you're like meeting near 40. Your skin, putting like skincare on your face is like putting skincare on your testicles. Or putting eye makeup on a ball bag. For anyone that is from Ireland, you know what I'm talking about. Your hair starts to go funny, like thins out if you're a female, you'll go bald if you're a guy, and then you're looking at the weight side of it. Now, this is not just coming from me, guys, because in the last 2 weeks of working on this video, I've been asking friends and from work and stuff, and you know, different people on their experience as they get older, because I have people in my life that are the same age as me, maybe 1 or 2 years older. And for the guys and girls, a weight is the big thing. As we are moving on, you put on weight a lot easier, and it's nearly impossible to lose. Even with your old tricks of just like, you know, starving yourself for a week, it just falls off. It's not the same. It gets a lot harder. And when you were like one of the people I know, he's only like 2 years older than me, and they told him he has like a heart problem. So basically you're falling apart from 35 years onwards. You're literally getting heart problems, losing bone density, fucking muscles. I threw myself on the bed in my mom's house. Like I used to when I was a kid, just fire myself on. I thought I nearly broke my neck. I heard so much cracks coming out of my body that I've never heard before, and I was like, this is it now. I'm freaking dead from jumping onto the bed in my parents' house. So guys, that was my second physical. You're going to have to start looking after your health. You're going to have to start taking the vitamins, the minerals, the fish oils. You're going to have to go to the GP, because I know there is a load of you guys out there that does not go to the doctor because you don't want to get blood tests. You don't want to get your blood pressure checked because you don't want to hear bad news, because you think you're going to die. And that's understandable. That's a real fear. Ignorance is bliss. But you can't, because when you're going on in life, when you hit 40, being realistic, you have 26 years until it's pension. You're practically 1 foot in the grave. So you might as well make sure that you're healthy for the last couple of years of your life, and that you're not just setting yourself up for an awful loss. So physical, guys, and listen, if your hair falls out and you go bald, it's fine. Shave it off. It's all fine. Don't panic. It happens. There's loads of shite out there you can buy now to stick all over your scalp or get a wig. And if weight is the problem, you're going to have to join the gym. You're going to have to join a class. You're going to have to get active, about 10,000 steps a day. Coming from me that goes to work and then goes home and then likes to curl up on the couch and watch movies, which is not ideal. But I do walk about 10,000 steps a day in work. So that's it, guys. The physical aspect of getting older is not fun. Next is confidence and self-esteem. Yes, I said it. Confidence does shift a little bit, and your self-esteem as you get older. When you're younger, like in your 20s, you're kind of like frilly-willy. You don't really care. You're just kind of going with it. You're not really putting much thoughts into things. You're just like, it's fine. You know, if I have a spot there, it'll go away, blah, blah, blah. But as you get a little bit older, things kind of hit home a lot more. Not just in appearance, but like, say like you're getting like foggy brain where you can't concentrate really well anymore, and you're fecking up a lot in work. And that really affects your confidence, because you're thinking like, I am stupid. My brain is not working anymore. And then you tend to just kind of downplay yourself. And obviously that affects your self-esteem. And with the change of how you look physically, like your weight, your skin, your hair, when you're used to looking at yourself in a certain way, like in old photos and stuff, and then you're looking at yourself changing now, sometimes that can really hit you hard. You can be like, what the hell? My phone ID doesn't even recognize me anymore. What is happening? And where did the second, third chin come from? All those things are so common, and because I've been researching all of this, and it's not just from my own perspective. Also, I've asked lots of people, and that's actually a real thingy. So like when you can't focus properly in work, and you can't freaking remember things that, you know, that you had freaking thought that you would totally remember and forget by the time you go in the second room. You're thinking, sure, what's the point? You might as well just stay at home now because you're going to forget everything, and then you get socially awkward with people because you get nervous and then your brain stops working completely. And yeah, so guys, confidence and self-esteem, you're going to have to work on that too. You're going to have to be okay with yourself changing physically, and you're going to have to try and be okay with the old brain not working very well and the eyesight going on you, and yeah, and the respiratory system failing slightly. But these are all things again that can be worked on, and I'm going to be working on these now because I realise now getting old-ish, so I have to try and do a plan. So again guys, if you can relate to any of what I'm saying here, please drop a comment below and share what your experience are. You don't even have to be like an older person my age, you could be younger and feel the same, because as I said earlier in the video, anxiety hits a lot of young people in Ireland the most. So I'm sure there's something bothering all of you guys. So definitely, yeah, pop it down below and let us know what like your thoughts are on these things. But yeah, confidence and self-esteem, guys, another part of getting old and suffering. Oh, no, let's move on. If you're not aware, we have a Patreon. It's a wonderful community. See, brain fart. It's a wonderful community we have on there. Really awesome people, and we all chat to each other every day. We check in on each other. We share each other's lives amongst our little group there, and I think it's fantastic. And I'm thinking all you new people that are new to our channel, I'm thinking you would love our Patreon, and if you would like to help us become full-time YouTubers and yeah, give you more of this wonderful content and share our beautiful Ireland and Croatia with you guys, please consider our Patreon. The link will be somewhere here in the box, and yeah, we'd appreciate it, because without you guys we can't make all this possible. And it's very windy here in Galway today, hence why I'm the only one with the hood up, because I hate when it's so windy. I love the rain, love the wind, or love the rain and the sun, but the wind. Okay, moving on guys. Hold on, my lips are very dry. Need the old lip balm. Sorry guys, ignore the 24-pack toilet paper. It's for all my emotional tears, because everything seems very emotionally draining lately. That, and because I think it's a better option to buy these ones. The next one, guys, that I notice a big difference is social shifts. And what I mean by social shifts, I mean a change in, like, say when you're younger and you had friends and you just call up whoever and be like, oh, do you want to go out and stuff? Do you want to meet for a few beers? Now, at our age, people have families, you know, they have kids. They can't just abandon their children now to go out and to just go for drinks and stuff. So that does have a kind of an effect on like friendships and stuff. And I know, like, coming into our age, like, it's quite normal for people to be having their family and children and to be parents. Now, that's not for everybody. Like, if you follow our channel, you know that we're not parents and kids aren't part of our plan. So it's a little bit different for us. We have a little bit more freedom and stuff, and we get to sleep in the mornings. But it is different for that aspect of things, of calling friends and meeting up and having things kind of in common, because it's very different from your friends that has children to, say, your friends that are you know, still have a family and that are, you know, still like single or just, you know, younger, I guess. So yeah, that was a big thing, because a lot of my friends all have kids and stuff and families, and trying to find things in common does be a little bit awkward at times, because you don't know like what to talk about, because you don't go to any of these swimming clubs with the kids and stuff, and you don't know about these family outings and stuff. So, but we wing it, and it's always okay. Do love the children, and the ones that are in my life I love dearly. My niece and nephews and my friends' kids, they're the best. We love you. But yeah, that's another big part of getting older, guys, is the expectation to be a parent, and when you don't have kids, versus your friends that do have kids, and trying to make all that work. So take note of that, guys. I did not think of that when I was younger. Now, I'm going to move on to the next and the last one. I can't remember what it is, so I need to look at my notes. A career reality. When you were 20, you were all like, okay, I don't know what I want to do kind of life. I don't know where I want to go or what I want to study. And you're kind of just figuring out. You're kind of like, I want to be a winner. I want to get on top. Or you could be completely opposite and more kind of floating through life. And then when you get to my age, you're kind of reflecting on, you know, your younger years, thinking, you know, God, maybe I should have done something more. I should have pushed myself a little bit more. Or you could be the opposite. You could be in a very high stressful job and you could be thinking about just packing it all in and just being like, feck it, I'm going to Cambodia or Asia and I'm going to just spend all my life savings in another country and just fuck it all. So yeah, career reality does come a little bit different when you're older. When you're younger, you don't really think about mortgages, you don't think about your pension, you don't think about like the reality that, okay, where am I going to live in a few years? How am I going to pay my bills? And yeah, what do I want to do as work? So yeah, definitely as I got a little bit older, that has come to reality, that maybe like upskilling and all those things will be a benefit. But whatever, again, will make you happy, and there's no point thinking too much into it. But I would definitely recommend try and like come up with some sort of a future plan. Don't be floating, guys. Like, I do love floating, I've been doing that forever, but it's kind of nice to be obviously upskilling and relearning and all that stuff. And that's it, guys. That is my final take on all of that. So just to wrap it all up, I hope this video was helpful to anybody, and if you guys would like to drop a comment below or share anything, and if you found this interesting, cool, let us know. But I hope it wasn't a boring one for you guys. I just wanted to share a few things that I've noticed in my life, and we will drop a few links there at the bottom, like we said earlier in the video, in regards to like therapies and any other beneficial information. And thank you for always supporting us, guys, and liking the channels, and don't forget to check out the gaming one. That's great crack. We have that at the weekends and during the week. And yeah, come back next week to check out our other movies and subscribe and share it with a friend. And we will see you guys next Sunday. It's time to go home now and try out the toilet paper. Let's go, guys. I better be careful. We don't want to put out the old back now that it's oldish. Hi, guys. Let's go. Is that okay? I was afraid there just in case my bladder went on me. I have to go pee.